Namaste, everybody. I'm Don. Welcome to Smart Yoga. Today, I want to share with you a simple understanding of what it is to go into a posture and come out of a posture, in particular, balancing postures, because you're up off your mat, you're on your feet, and I'm going to use tree pose as an example. But the key here is I always like to take what I learn on my mat and have some connection to life off the mat, if you will. So that has to do with your intention and how you're focusing on what it is you're doing and why you're doing it. It's not merely, okay, I'm doing yoga, I did my exercises, I followed the teacher and left. There's a benefit to that because you'll get in shape. But if you want to go deeper and understand more about certain principles of life, like consistency, which has to do with peacefulness, which has to do with calm, which comes from the inside out and how you're relating to things that are going on in the world. And believe it or not, how you go into a balancing posture and how you come out of it serves as a great, not merely a great metaphor for how to relate to the rest of your life, but it creates an awareness of what's going on. It forces your mind into the habit of being aware of what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it. So I'm going to show you a simple thing about creating consistency and awareness in tree pose. And it just has to do with coming out of the posture the same way you went into the posture. So I'm going to show you. I'll stand up on my mat now. And so when you're about to go, you're going in a tree, right? So you've done, some seated postures. You've already done some various things. And now you're going to do some balancing poses. And your instructor says, the teacher says, okay, we're going in a tree. So when you go in a tree, the standard instruction is, when you're going to build your tree, you either take your foot to your standing side of your leg, not your knee though. They always say not your knee. I haven't seen a difference, but I go with the traditional teaching on that anyhow. So it's either bringing your leg up to the inside of your calf, inside of your thigh. Then you bring your palms to heart center. And your breathing, you want to be consistent. I breathe in through my nose and out through my nose through my entire practice. Then you come up with your hands, arms, and then you might open. Then you might even go into challenging the posture, which I won't do here. Then when you're coming out of your tree, you reverse it. And you bring your palms down to heart center. And when they're at heart center, then you release your leg down. But you release it down the same way you went into it. So if you had it on the side of your calf and you were like this, then you release down. But the tendency is, if you're not aware, and this is the awareness part, is that when you step out of it, the tendency is to clunk down, just to go back to being, two-legged balance. But that isn't how you went into it. If you went into it like so, then brought your palms to heart center, then went up, then open, then like so, then back, slowly, slower than that. Then you bring this down more slowly. So that's what I wanted to share about being aware of when you go into a posture. It's more difficult with the balancing ones. Frequently we want to get back to the greatest center of balance, which is being on both feet. So we return to it more quickly without being mindful that you want to go. It's more about transitioning, not merely into and out of the next posture, but out of the very same posture, such that if you come up even into a side stretch, that when you're coming out of it and going to the other side, you're coming out of it the same way. So just to be mindful of that. And when you're off the mat, you'd be amazed at how forcing your mind to be aware of things on another level or to another level of focus will help you in difficult situations off the mat. Because if you analogize clunking your leg down to some unexpected event that happens in your life at work, or the nurse calls you because your kid banged his or her head, or whatever, sets us off or gets us going, then mindfulness will help you be more in control of how you react to what goes on in the world. And that goes back to setting the stage on your mat for that extra level of awareness in things that you might not have thought about. So I wanted to present that to you, that consistency and awareness and peacefulness and calmness all tie together. And you can certainly begin that in your yoga practice. So I wish you well in your journey. And please subscribe if you haven't. Let's grow the family here so we can impact the, life and the yoga world. There you go. Namaste, everybody. Have a wonderful day.